Oh hey, the one and only Dusty Bottoms here, founder of Kingdom Trucking Academy. In today's video, we're going to be discussing the don'ts on your drive test for your CDL. So let's get started. In this episode, we're going to be discussing the don'ts on your drive test. It doesn't matter what state you're testing in. All 50 states have to adhere to the FMCSA's guidelines for your CDL test. Now, for your road test, it's pretty standard stuff. There are some things that you must do, and there are some things that you absolutely cannot do. These are automatic fails. One of the most important things that you cannot do on your CDL drive test is hit a curb. Hitting a curb is an automatic fail. That means when you're taking turns, things like that, you need to make sure that you're turning out wide enough to make the turn. We discuss all the do's, all the don'ts, and the things that you must know while doing your road test for your CDL exam in our Kingdom Driver Training Program. So go to kingdomtruckingacademy.com, purchase your videos. Oh hey, the one and only Dusty Bottoms, founder of Kingdom Trucking Academy and the creator of the Kingdom Driver Training Program. The Kingdom Driver Training Program is the curriculum we use at Kingdom Trucking Academy. We have maintained a 100% passing rate using the Kingdom Driver Training Program. The Kingdom Driver Training Program is a complete set of 9 comprehensive videos. You can purchase all 9 videos at kingdomtruckingacademy.com. Each video is designed for the requirements needed to pass your CDL exam. So follow me as I guide you through each stage of your CDL exam. You can purchase each video at kingdomtruckingacademy.com for $49.99. or the complete set for $299.99. That's a great price. These videos are some of the most comprehensive videos today on the market. Our curriculum is trademarked for a reason, because Kingdom Trucking Academy is the standard. Everyone else is just second place. So go to kingdomtruckingacademy.com to get your videos today. Roll on, truckers, roll on. It's very important to remember to not hit a curb. Make sure you're using all of your mirrors, especially when making a turn, you want to use your convex mirror. This gets you a good close-up look of where your tires are. Most people hit a curb with their trailer tandem tires. So again, use that convex mirror, make sure you're clearing it. Moving on into my next point though, is you must return to the lane that you started out in. So if I am making a right turn, I must turn back into the right lane. Now remember, you cannot hit a curb as well. When you go to make that turn, you want to make it wide and question mark it and bring it back into your lane. You're not an automobile. There's no way that you can make a tight turn, unless of course you have a 16-foot trailer. But let's assume you're taking the test in either a 48-foot or a 53-foot trailer. In this case, again, you're going to have to swing out wide and bring it back in. But remember, return to the lane that you started in. Now, moving on in my third point, you cannot encroach traffic. That means at any point during your test, you cannot cause traffic to stop. A lot of times this happens when a truck is pulling out, making a left, making a right turn. When they go to pull out, traffic, whether it be oncoming, has to stop for you to complete your turn. This can happen from stalling out the vehicle or turning into traffic without paying attention. Remember, we aren't in a hurry. Your drive test should only take about 30 minutes. Okay? Although this whole test is timed, you have 2 hours to take your test. Most people should get this done with enough time on their drive portion that they'll be okay. All of my students usually have a good 45-minute pad in there. So they can usually go take their time. I always tell everybody, especially my students, you're not in a hurry. There's no need to rush a turn or anything like that. Come to a complete stop, set your turn up. Because remember, you can't hit a curb, you must return to the lane you start in, and you can't encroach traffic. The other thing that sometimes comes about with encroaching traffic is on a manual transmission. You have to stop or slow down because you missed the gear and you're stalling out, and then you need to come to a stop to reset. Well, now you've encroached traffic. So these are things to keep in mind. Now, the most obvious of all of this is you cannot break a law, meaning you can't run a red light, you can't run a stop sign, you cannot speed. So to go over that, I always tell my students, drive the speed limit or 5 miles an hour under. Now, in the real world, when you get out there and you're working, drive the speed limit or 5 miles an hour over. You can legally drive 5 miles an hour over. However, when we're getting ready for a test and we're doing a test, be on the safe side, the speed limit or 5 miles an hour under. We don't drive more than 5 miles an hour under because then we run the risk of encroaching traffic. I call it granny driving, meaning we don't want to have our turn signal on for too long. We don't want to have our turn signal on and forget to turn it off after a turn. We don't want to drive too slow. All of these things that old people do. These are bad on a test. Just be cognizant of it. Now, stop sign. I always tell my students, stop 5 to 10 feet behind the stop sign, establish your stop. Then if you need to creep out to get a better view, especially if there's obstructions or anything like that, or you just want to slowly start setting up for your turn, do that. Again, 5 to 10 feet behind the stop sign, establish the stop, then go. Now, if it's a yield sign, you don't have to stop on yield. However, I tell my students, err on the side of caution. Stopping at a yield sign is not a deal breaker, and anybody that fails you for stopping at a yield sign should have their license revoked. They should not be an examiner because, again, we're erring on the side of caution, and yield is exactly what that means. You can come to a stop. Now, if it's obvious and there's no traffic, things like that, you don't have to stop. This usually happens when you're merging onto the highway. There's a yield sign. Remember, you don't have the right of way. That's why that yield sign is there. So if there is traffic, things like that, you do have to yield. And that can be a fail for not yielding to traffic. Because remember, now they have to stop, so you've encroached traffic. Improper lane change. Remember, you move over to a lane without using your mirrors, and you have to run a car off the road, or a car has to swerve, any one of those things, right? And I know we've all seen truckers have to do this because they have large blind spots. And also, people don't necessarily know how to drive around semi-trucks. They think you're able to see 360 degrees around your vehicle. No, that's impossible. That vehicle has blind spots. So again, pay attention when you're driving around a semi-truck. Semi-truck operators need to pay attention to and use their mirrors, especially on the test. Now, there are some other things that we can get into. Railroad crossings, things of that nature. We'll go over those in another video. For now, those are the don'ts. Don't encroach traffic. Don't hit a curb. Don't break the law by speeding, any of these things. You must return to the lane you started. If you're getting ready for your test, I wish you the best of luck. Again, our videos at kingdomtruckingacademy.com are a great resource to help you pass the test. Our instructing is top-notch. Our curriculum is the only trademarked curriculum in the country through the Library of Congress, and that's for a reason. Not every school, not every instructor is like Kingdom Trucking Academy. So if you need extra help, they're failing you, give us a call or go to kingdomtruckingacademy.com. I hope you like this video. If you do, give us a like and subscribe. For all you getting ready for your test, best of luck. I'm your trucking messiah, the one and only Dusty Bottoms. Roll on, truckers, roll on.